And in the question of Jerusalem, the only thing that we heard from Arafat from the start was no, no, no to all the ideas that were raised by the president. You see, there is here
raised by the president.
By the president, obviously. Now, there is here a very interesting point. Arafat starts the negotiations on Jerusalem as if Jerusalem has always, throughout history, since the beginning of times, was the capital of the Palestinian state, and now he will allow the Jews, the Israelis, to pray in the Wailing Wall. Whereas there was never a Palestinian state, Jerusalem was always only the capital of the Jewish people, and now, from a position of total control of the city, admittedly not recognized by the Arab world and by the international community, yet we come and say, we open this file, and we are ready.
Meaning we're putting Jerusalem on
the table.
Right.
And he immediately gets into the mood that this is mine, and now I will allow them to pray in the Wailing Wall, to have the Jewish quarter, when in fact he has nothing.
Mr. Ben
so we come here.
Mr. Ben-Ami, I believe you missed the point. The point is that East Jerusalem and the places on which Mr. Arafat was speaking, they all fall within the occupied territories, the territories that have been occupied in 1967. So they fall within the framework of Resolution 242. Therefore, he has that right. They were not under the sovereignty nor the presence of Israel or the administration of Israel. We are talking about Resolution 242 that deals with the territories that have been occupied in 1967, including the holy places, including the old city, including East Jerusalem. That's why he says, whether I stay there, he has that right. Because those are the territories that have been occupied militarily by you in 1967. You were not there before 1967. You were not there before 1967.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't change the fact that this was...
What changes the fact then?
Just a minute. It doesn't change the fact that this is the capital of the Jewish people throughout history.
No, what do you mean by throughout history? Before 1948, where were you? 1947. Was it the capital of Israel? When was it the capital of Israel?
The capital of the Jewish people. It was never the capital of any other people or state.
Look, Shlomo, we are not quarreling. We want to help each other. But also, yes, we want to help each other. But don't talk about capital of the people. What do you mean capital of the people of Israel?
And of the state.
What state?
The state.
When did you establish this state?
No, just a minute. The state of Israel.
Yes, when was it established? In the 40s.
AD. Just a minute. It was never the capital of any other state in history. This is a fact.
No, it's not a fact.
No, yes, it is a fact.
It is not a fact. If you want us to accept your facts, that's fine.
No, it is in the books of history.
No.
It's
you
not
announced that Jerusalem is the capital of Israel after the establishment of Israel.
No,
when? 50 years ago.
But
that's all.
You are missing the point.
But then you are talking about issues that Yasser Arafat raised that fall within the Resolution 242 countries,
you are missing the point.
that have been occupied in 1967.
I'm trying to be very precise. I say that never in history Jerusalem was the capital of any state but of the Jewish state. This was until the year 70 AD. A. B. The war of 1967 was a typical war of self-defense.
No, sir. To raise issues and back.
Yes, I should raise. Of course.
You should
because we did not.
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. What I'm convinced of, what we can talk about is how to build peace and establish peace.
Exactly.
But to tell me that it was capital for 7,000 years, that's not proven in history. To tell me that it was a war of self-defense or so, I can tell you that it was a war of aggression.
No, sir.
But why should we enter into this? Why shouldn't we talk about peace in the future? Why should we hammer on the negative side?
Precisely
hammer on the positive side. Hammer on the positive side. Build peace. Don't go back to history and say, you see, this was a war of self-defense against aggression. What kind of aggression?
You
occupied territories for so many years.
Because we were attacked.
Building settlements on territories that do not belong to you.
Okay, let me just make one point.
Again, we should not quarrel. We should build peace.